Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another Piesta's book reviews. Today we're going to talk about this book, Terry Pratchett's Sourcery, which I just finished reading and have a hard time centering on the image apparently. This is like the third or fourth book that I read from Terry Pratchett. This is the fifth on the series of Discworld, which is a very long series with all sorts of different arcs and stuff. Um, this one in particular follows the story of Rincewind, which is a wizard, and he lives in a quiet little city that is known for crimes and having the is it a castle university and the unseen university of other wizards. Um, it's a very good, well written book. It's very funny. It's mostly fantasy. If you don't know Terry Pratchett universe, it's a bit of absurd medieval fantasy in a way. Has medieval elements, has fantasy elements, but then the way that he tells the storylines always has very funny element into it. Like he always puts some sort of a ridicule element into what he's talking about, and the way he describes things as well. Like he picks apart usual sayings and then uses it with twists inside the sentences, and that's what really brings his writing style to life, in my humble opinion. About this book in particular, I enjoyed the characters overall. Um, the ending felt a bit all over the place, although I understood what he was trying to do. It felt like the characters sort of diverged too much. Instead of having like a tight connection that your party gets assembled and then they go into the resolution of the thing, it felt like bit that they scattered and there were too many characters at some point. But I think it was a minor detail. Overall, I enjoyed reading it. It's pretty good. It reminded me a lot of the Discworld video game, because when I played the video game for the first time, a video game called Discworld, I hadn't read any of Terry Pratchett's stuff, and I see a lot of references to it now. And when he starts talking about Rincewind and the way that he has his hat and the luggage and the whole university and the librarian, I totally imagine what was in the game, even though I played the game like 20 years ago and haven't seen it since. I still have those memories, and that's how I visualize things in the book now. In that regard, the cover doesn't feel very accurate because I have the images of the game, and the style, the design, graphical style is somehow different. Although I do believe this is the traditional artist that did most of the Discworld covers, so they are coherent in themselves. Just the video game sort of took the art style into a slightly different form. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the read. It was good. I just wanted an easy, fun read to clean the palette of sorts of all other stuff that I've been reading lately. So yeah, Terry Pratchett did the work for me. Um, I'm very curious on reading other books from the Discworld series. I'm more interested in reading the Mort one, which I believe is number 4 in the series, which is about death. Um, and yeah, that's the more interesting one that I'm more looking forward. I have a few others lying around, but they're a lot later in the series, and I'm more curious, or a little curious, on how the series started. So I'm more interested in those first books actually, which I will probably order at some point when I finally feel like that is a sound investment in terms of not having that many books to read next. So yeah, that's the review. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. If you already read any of Terry Pratchett's stuff on the Discworld series, in particular. If you like this book, if you didn't like this book, all that jazz. Don't forget to like, subscribe, donate a kid me, and you can support me through Patreon if you are so inclined. Patreon.com/psnup. See you next video. Bye bye everyone. Take care.